Hi, I'm Abby White, and I am from England. And I used to be a teacher in a primary school. And basically, a primary school is equivalent to what you would call elementary school. And how it starts is you would start school in what's called reception. And reception is very similar to kindergarten, but the difference is you start at the age of 4. So you come in a reception, and basically, it's all about learning through play. And it's been basically a whole year playing, but that's what I taught. So it's a bit more structured learning within the play. Then they go into year 1. That's when obviously in America you start school, but we then are sort of starting to formalize education. But the difference is probably the first year it's still learning through play, and then throughout the year 1 year they develop a bit more formal learning, and then they have year 2. In Kent, we still have SATs, and that basically is like a testing to see how you're doing in your performance and whether or not you can go to grammar school or not. It's a little bit of a different kind of school you do later on after year 6. They don't have that anywhere else in the UK. This is still maintained in Kent. Most other counties have got rid of that, but still in Kent we have SATs. Then yeah, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, quite basic, still learning. You get again have SATs again in year 6, and you then that tells you sort of how well you've done, and from how well you've done, you get the choice of well, if you've done well, you go into grammar school. You have the choice to go to grammar school. If not, you just go to regular British school. But the difference is that grammar school is a bit more opportunities for you. My opinion doesn't really matter where you go as long as you're happy. And then obviously I think in America you'd have middle school, but we go straight into secondary school, and you start off year 7, year 8, and sort of doing your regular sort of studies, and then you have what was called GCSEs. You have a bit more focus on what you want to do in the future, so you start, choosing things that you may want to do when you go to university. Still doing things like maths and English, but focusing a bit more on where you want to go. And there's a lot of testing with that. And usually most careers would expect that, most jobs would expect that you have a GCSE in English and maths to be able to apply for a job. So if you sort of miss out on that, it can hold you back a little bit. And it used to be in England where at 16, because that's when you finish your GCSEs, you can leave if you want to, you can leave school. But they've now changed it, not so long ago, maybe even a year ago now, where you have to stay in school to 18. And so you finish your GCSEs at 16, and then you go into what's called A levels. And that again is even more structured to what you want to do at, in a sense, university, or what you want to do in career. So you may choose computer studies, things like that, based on where you want to go. Again, testing for that, it's another 2 years, and then obviously become 18, and you go into what is called, university. We don't call it college because you may do A levels at a school, or you may do it at a college, and that's usually more. College is usually more around work, vocational work, so things like becoming a mechanic or things like that. So we have different as well. It's a little bit confusing, especially since I lived in America and now I'm here. The wording's very confusing. But we still end at 18 as you would do in America. We're just sort of different way around, and unfortunately, it's a lot. We right now currently focus a lot on levels and where a child is, and if they're at the right level that they should be in their year group. We don't have the opportunity. Young people are never held back or pushed forward. They always stay at their level. So as a teacher, if you've got children all over, some are doing, some who's maybe a bit more better than others, you have to extend them in your activities and lessons. And so some you have some that are struggling, you have to then cater for that as well. So I would never, in a sense, hold a child back. They would always move forward, but you then alter your teaching. But yeah, it's still at the end of the day, the children are learning and they're thinking about where they want to go in the future. So that's very similar to how it would be in America. And I hope that has helped you understand a little bit about English culture.